the start of it is. Whatever. Yeah.
We're live from Portland, Oregon. No mic stands today.
No mics.
It's been a rough couple of weeks.
Oh man.
It's been a rough couple of weeks just getting this pod back on the rails.
Cold, so let me put my jacket back on.
Yeah, we are getting into those September months finally now.
Into the months.
The light is a little shorter.
So what's going on? What's going on? Back. The Neckjuice podcast. We're here again. God, it feels great to be back in the good old US of A. I'm sporting my colors just for you, and I love that you came correctly as well.
I came correct from the other end of the pole here.
Oh man,
both showing a lot of respect for our red, white, and blue right now in different ways.
Right, I touched down. I started screaming "apple pie, motherfucker." It's the first thing I said in this great old country that we.
No, you actually did do that though. Didn't you?
Did do that. Yeah, it was pretty funny. A lot of people looked at me, and I'm sure I got a few head nods from some old white dudes like.
I must have felt so good.
That's a real American.
After being over there across the pond for that long.
Man, I mean, yeah, it was
with all those wankas.
With the wankas, now I was with the brethren, I was with the mandem for a good amount of time, but I was with a lot of wankas.
Yeah, dude, you were down there with the Brexit boys.
No Brexit boys.
Eating beans for breakfast, boys.
God damn, I actually didn't. I managed just to dodge all beans for breakfast, but.
I actually wasn't too mad at that. That was when I went to England. That was one of my favorite things.
Oh, you liked it? Yeah,
I was into it.
That's the Welsh in you, though.
Yeah, it is the Welsh in me, the lowland Scot that lives in my veins.
The Scot. I mean, my family they don't really eat that much of that stuff. They like a nice cereal, a cold cereal.
Oh, they eat those Wheaties? Do they eat those thick?
Shout out Shreddies, you know.
Yeah, the Shreddies.
For our sponsorship, we'll take it at any moment. Anytime.
I grew up with a young British man and his family. They used to eat.
Some good old Shreddies.
The Shreddies. That's a big chunk of wheat, right? That you soak
that's
in milk.
Weetabix. My mom used to eat that, and man, put some sugar on it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that piece of hay up.
Yeah, I mean, you throw a little sugar on anything.
It looks like something horses would eat. Like,
yeah, it looks like a bale of hay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But that's that's the good old Brits for you.
But how was it out there, man?
Man, it was good. I mean, I did a lot. Like I went and saw Fred again. Shout out Fred again. That was very fun. Fucking insane ass DJ. You know, people were crying.
I've heard some cuts of his music, but I haven't heard that much of it. What is it like?
It's house music, but it's very like vibey, kind of jazzy, kind of like soulful kind of shit, which is dope though. You know. It's a little different kind of vibe. He does it all live too, which is cool.
Oh, really? So is he like tapping on the MPC?
Yeah. So he's out here just tapping on that shit, looking like he's spazzing.
Yeah. He pretty much is.
Yeah,
the pace of that music.
When autism goes right. You know, when it's helping out. He was a nice guy though. He was he did the encore and all that shit. So that was cool. But yeah, man, I got a theory, bro. I'm like, where are they getting all these bus drivers in the UK from? Every bus driver in the UK looks exactly the same. They're all bald. They all look like Elmer Fudd. Damn. Just a little bit stretched out. Literally, I would get on a bus and everybody looked the fucking same every single time. It was insane. I was having like fucking deja vu flashbacks.
Kind of these dwarf ass, kind of chubby guys behind the wheel, molded into the seat.
You had all fucking measurements of these guys, bro. I'm telling you.
Man, dude, that reminds me of the taxistas in Mexico. They had a certain look to them. You know, they've been sitting around in that car all day long. They're pulling up on you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They've just been sweating, eating street tacos.
Yeah, exactly.
Pulling over, they know everybody in the neighborhood. They know every single back alley.
Well, you need a guy like that. A guy like that to get you in a good situation. You know what I mean? And get you past some shit that
he'll get you in a good zone
or a bad one, depending on if he likes you or not.
Depending on who picks you up. Yeah. Yeah. In Mexico, I remember if you became homies with a taxista, he'd give you his personal line, and then you could call him up whenever you needed a ride, and he would be like an on-call Uber driver.
That's the way to go, especially in a foreign country. Like you just get that personal line.
So I heard some horror stories. One of the girls in our class actually got taken out into the middle of nowhere and stabbed and robbed. And that was not a common occurrence, but it did happen.
Somebody you knew?
Yeah, she was actually my homie. She stayed in Mexico for a couple extra months. She became like good friends with this group of indigenous Mexican dudes. One of them went by the name of, they all had like animal names. One of them was like Pollo, Toro. Other names, and she went way off grid out into their village, and she was just basically like it was such a life-changing event for her that she was like, fuck
and
this.
She got killed right after that?
No, she didn't get killed. She just got stabbed.
Oh, she got stabbed.
She got like gutted with a knife.
Oh, bro, that's fucked. By people out there?
Yeah, but she just fell into the wrong cab, I think. Oof. And
I mean, there's something about warm weather that just makes motherfuckers want to use a blade, bro. I'm telling you. I went when I was at the Notting Hill Carnival. It's the biggest street carnival.
And for the folks who aren't familiar with the UK, where's Notting Hill?
Notting Hill is it is a neighborhood in London that, you know, once a year during the summer it gets taken over by a lot of like West Indian culture, and they do this big carnival for a couple days, and you know, millions of people show up there. So
it's mostly West Indian.
It's mostly West Indian, but yeah, West Indian.
Or is it kind of like
Caribbean.
all the cultures come out to celebrate?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of cultures come out to celebrate, but it's a lot of people though, and it's a shitload of people from every, you know, it's a big ass parade float that they do, and they'll go by and there'll be everyone from Trinidad going crazy, you know, and like everyone from Haiti and, you know, so on and so forth, Jamaica, all that. And
all the colonies.
Every colony, every British colony in there. In one of literally
just demonstrating in their streets.
Notting Hill is right next to Kensington, so they're like being like, "Fuck you!" To all the rich
they're
people.
Probably fucking shitting their britches with rage, seeing all these
people in that neighborhood. They leave every single year for that weekend, go on a vacation somewhere.
They can't even stomach.
No, they just don't even. They just are like, "We're out." They board up their windows and shit. Serious. But there was 8 stabbings the day I was there.
Christ.
Bro, yeah, just the day I was there was 8 stabbings. No deaths, so that's pretty good.
That's the thing about crowds.
That's chivalrous.
That's the thing about UK too. That's a chivalrous thing right there.
That's chivalrous, dog. That's like,
don't
do that again.
Yeah.
Don't do that again, fam. Walk one, fam.
It's like the rule of thumb. That's what the Brits came up with, right?
Oh, is it?
You can't beat your wife with anything bigger than your thumb.
Yeah,
which is actually just insidious because like the little things are the things that really whip you, break your skin. You know.
Yeah, we got a homie who used to get, you know, whipped with something similar. So
really,
I mean,
you guys used to be roommates.
No, we can't say his name on the pod here, you know. But
Jesus,
it's
dark.
You know, it's dark.
We're gonna have to talk about that off camera.
I mean. We can talk about anything on camera. On the Patreon, find out who used to get their ass beat by their parents with sticks and things on the Patreon.
Speaking of which, even better help.
Even better help.
Are you struggling mentally? Well, now with even better help, you don't even need to talk to a therapist. You can just write emails back and forth.
And get the most help ever.
Hating yourself.
Yeah, you're probably end up hating yourself. We have a chat GPT bot that'll tell you everything you want to hear.
Are you stupid and willing to give us $300 a month to feel better? Subscribe now.
Oh,
that's
man.
a fucking ripoff, man.
Dude, something I was thinking
if they want to pay us, I'll advertise for you. Better help. I'm depressed.
Dude, something I was thinking about today. I was laying in bed and I was just watching some stand-up comic. I can't remember his name, but he was talking about his DMT experience, and it was ridiculous. He was talking about this thing called a cosmic serpent that apparently a bunch of people see when they're high on DMT. But as I was deep in this hole watching this, I was just laying there and I was thinking, God, like I forgot what time we were supposed to be at the podcast, and I looked and it was 4:30. We were supposed to be here at 5. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be late.
That was that serpent.
Yeah,
that was that serpent trying to get you.
Yeah, that serpent was trying to get me off my life path, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna be late. And you called me about it, and I was like, all right, I gotta get up and start coming over. And then I kind of had this nice feeling come over me where I was like, oh, I'm gonna be late, because usually I'm the guy who's on time, right? So yeah, I'm like, oh man, like this is gonna be nice. I'm gonna pull up, and I wonder, you know, no offense to the CPT time or anything, but. Is there anything involved in that when you show up and you're late, where you just kind of feel, you kind of feel like an honored guest? Do you feel like an honored guest at all? Because everyone was waiting and you're like, all right, we can start now.
I mean, yeah, that's your chance. That's your chance right there.
I wanted to, and I still showed up before y'all.
That's a motherfucker who's setting the tone, though. I try not to do it, but that's a motherfucker who's like, we're doing this my way.
Yeah, we're gonna do this my way.
Nah,
so I fucking showed up. I thought for sure I was gonna be late, and then
I'm on finance time, Wall Street time.
Yeah, the fucking strict, straight, narrow. Gotta be there before the markets close.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta
Get my blue chip
ticket to
stock
punch.
in before the market
I've been
closes.
staring at screens all day. Checks, balances. Wait, no, never. That's not it. What is it? Highs, lows, highs
and lows, dude.
Highs, lows. Someone give me some Adderall.
Dude, the fucking stock market mimics life. If you look at that thing close enough.
I mean, yeah, you could find your life in that market, or you can lose your life in that market. It's all about you, how you play the game.
Dude, you're not gonna find your wife in that market.
Oh, I said life.
Oh. Yeah, you might find your livelihood in that market.
Hey, you play the market right, you might find a wife.
Yeah, some very like subservient,
You know?
like stewardess or something was probably
I wonder
serving you your platter of cocaine.
Imagine alter ego you, just a finance bro
Mm-hmm.
in New York, like just.
Dude, if I went
all day, just
dude, I'd have to kill off you have to kill off the very essence of your soul and just give in.
You're going bottle for bottle with some 19-year-old drug dealer from Brooklyn in the club.
Yeah, those are the guys who are going bottle to bottle, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those weekend warriors.
Oh yeah, bro. The guys are wearing loafers to the club.
Yeah, those doc daddies.
That's a strong move, trying to keep the white culture alive. Like this is what we're doing.
Yeah, those fucking Murdochs, dude, out there, boat life.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if is that kind of an ethnicity of America? White boating people.
White dudes who wear chubby shorts and they wear boat shoes and they wear polos and like that's all they wear. It's very East Coast, old money. It's kind of like old money, the children of old money.
And they all come from the UK. Oh yeah.
Well, originally
they're coming straight from originally.
They came across the pond a while ago.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, man, fucking, it was crazy though, man. That carnival, it was just insane to see all those cultures together. It was dope. It was, and then one of the homies back home, he hit me. He was like, "Where the fuck are you at?" I'm like, "I'm in London." And he was like, "What the hell? I didn't know there was fucking black people there." I was like, "Yeah, bro. There's a lot of people here. Not just black people. There's a shitload of people here."
Dude, when you came back, we started talking about it, and it was like, we can't even talk anymore because you started telling me about it. And I'm like, all right, bro, just save it for the pod.
Oh, I know. Man.
When you're talking with your pod buddy, you can't really get too deep into it.
Yeah.
Because then every sec you're having a great conversation and you're titillated by it.
We're trying to monetize all of this.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there thinking, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
we're going to just have this conversation again
on
the podcast.
Yeah, we just have to run everything back twice.
But you were telling me some crazy shit that I think is worth it to talk about on here. Just like
I mean,
all the different types of racism that you experienced. Outright racism in the UK was fucking shocking.
That was wild. Just this, you roll up with the African homies, and they're just like
with the dark skin, bro.
Yeah, dark skin. Shout out my boys Tebow and motherfucking Tootsie, nigga. Those are my niggas out there.
Damn, Tootsie's crazy.
Tootie's really my nigga though. I've known him for a long time. Like probably 4 years now. He's the fucking homie.
Every time you go down to London, did you just meet him like just out and about?
No, he lives in Edinburgh. Those are the Edinburgh homies. Edinburgh. And which is fire. Shout out Edinburgh. Harry Potter shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude, is that where
Alakazam? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, man.
That's sick.
That's where the lady wrote it and all that. And,
with her racist ass.
No, she's not racist. She just doesn't like trans people. She's
that's the hill.
TERF. She's like Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
Her and Dave Chappelle probably hang out together. They're like, I hate these trans bitches. And she's like, God, I would never put that in one of my novels. Fucking.
Yeah, you could never be a wizard.
Can't have a cock and tits in mine, but you can have fucking horns and wings and shit.
Yeah, for real. So let's get you. What were you saying? You were hanging out with Tootsie and.
I was just hanging with my boys out there. Shout out Botswana. My boy.
He's from Botswana. That's sick.
So I was hanging out with the Africans and shit out there. It was cool, man. Except for the racism.
Botswana's got a big ass desert in it. Fun fact.
Does it?
Yeah, it's got a big old desert.
The homie said he's like, I got a mansion out there. He was
it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing here? Like,
he's like, I don't know.
Trying to get into bars and shit.
He's trying to get into bars, yeah. No, he's trying to do some MMA things. So
for real.
Good luck. He's trying to get to Vegas.
Damn, dude, that's a hard ladder to climb.
Good luck on him.
That's a hard ladder to climb. A lot of guys just. Hopefully. But I'm blessing. I'm sending him thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Anything new in your universe, man? What's been going on here? I've been gone so long. I feel like I was sold and shipped away in in a cart and traveled around the world. Whoa.
Jeez, kind of a reverse
ship.
Yeah. Man, we've been just doing our thing over here, holding it down. My wife had a couple of art shows. Been hanging her art for. Bro, I've been working in this. I'm trying to make my final resting place in my house for me and my wife where we can pass away when we're old folks. I'm working on this master bedroom. Me and my dad had framed in this bathroom, and I've been doing this tile work. And I've been kind of being real cavalier about it, being a tough guy. And I've been
you're a cavalier and a tough guy,
yeah,
so
well,
that would make sense.
I have been being what I am about it. Strong, tough guy that wears full suits of camo.
I mean, you can
mossy oak head to toe.
You can take the boy out the woods, but you can't take them goddamn woods out the boy.
Goddamn right, son.
You know?
And so I was cutting all this tile in my house, and you're supposed to take it outside, or you're supposed to use a wet saw so you're not filling the air with dust and breathing it in. Mm-hmm. And after about 3 days of just going hard at this tile, it's so tedious and it takes so long to do. I'd inhaled so much dust.
And so did you go into this already knowing you're like, if I don't wear
protective... I just thought I was like going to be good.
You were
I was like I'm fine.
That, that's just peak, just straight male ignorance right there.
Just
like,
fucking
I'm going to
male
go do
heroicism.
some shit that's going to kill me in 30 years, but fuck it. I'm just going to do it.
Dude, yeah, and I kept
fuck
cutting all this tile, and my throat started to hurt on the second day, and then the third day my throat really started to hurt. And I was like, fuck. I'm getting sick, which I don't feel like I'm getting sick, or maybe this dust is starting to get to me.
Oh, man.
So by the end of the second day, I was laying in bed. My throat is this is last night. My throat's just raw. Every time I swallowed, it felt like I had a bunch of shards of rocks in my throat. And I was like,
you probably had like glass or fucking.
Well, there's all this like porcelain, like painted on top of the clay. So there's just like all kinds of materials.
How are the lungs at this point?
They're not doing too well, man. And I went to sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night and I had this intense pressure behind my eye. I felt like my eyes were gonna pop out of my head. And I was like, oh God. And I was like, fuck, dude. Man, I really fucked myself up. I had to get up in the middle of the night and just boil some water. I got my neti pot going. Yeah. And you gotta let the neti pot water cool. So I heated it up.
You gotta flush that glass out of your throat, man.
Yeah. Put it in the fridge. I'm just sitting there at 3 a.m. in the pitch dark of my basement.
Hey, we got a
celebrity coming in. Just sitting in the pitch dark of my kitchen.
So you're
pouring neti pots through my nose, bro.
God,
it's
man.
Horrible.
So that went in one way, so it's got to come out somewhere. You know what I mean?
Well, have you ever used a neti pot?
No, but I'm saying all that glass and shit. What's good? We got a friend of the pod in here. What's good, brother?
Nick Populus in the pod. You want to come over and say hello to the camera?
But yeah, man, fucking. I'm saying though, if you were breathing in all those shards of glass,
dude, I know,
and fucking things that are gonna cut up your shit.
Well, that's what the sinuses are for. The sinuses
just gonna get rid of all that. Did you just like?
That's what your sinuses do. They grab it and they hold it and then they like process it out. I don't know. You get something in your eye and your eye deals with it.
I'm just thinking, you're gonna shit out all those shards. It's gonna have to travel through all your intestines.
Dude, I feel like my lungs are just caked in like wet clay right now.
Oh man.
It feels bad. Feels bad to breathe, and you can die from this. I was doing some research online, and like, there's a lot of these like, you got soft hands, brother, type guys and dads out there. They they do this for work and then they just die and leave their family.
Fuck.
Just nothing but a bunch of bills and
it's not gonna happen to you just once. So
yeah, I'll be
fine. Man up. You can't wear clothes like that and be complaining about
no, you
saying, bro. Fucking couple times,
man. You ain't never breathing a bunch of fucking rock dust.
No, I don't want to do that. That sounds fucked. That would probably kill me. I got asthma.
That's what the miners used to die from, bro, back in the day.
Get that coal lung. I just came from coal lung territory, man.
Yeah, those chimney sweeps.
Oh, bro. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that's your job as a child, that you just one day your pops and mom drop you off and go, you're going to start sweeping chimneys for a living.
Bro, I feel like those had to have been orphans.
Well, maybe.
Nobody's going to put their child in
they can pay so we can pay for our 15th kid.
Just start getting rid of the ones.
40th kid.
Get rid of the ones that you don't like. Mm-hmm. Send them out to sweep chimneys.
Silicosis. That's what it says.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's called silicosis poisoning. It's a real thing. Dude. I was on a Reddit chat for like 3 hours last night just reading about how I'm gonna get cancer in 20 years.
It's like you get cancer.
Does CBD help with that? No, probably
I
not.
don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
It might.
wouldn't hurt.
CBD. No, that is
A
fucking
couple of
scary, man.
Xanax
Maybe
bars wouldn't hurt either.
maybe you should go to the doctor and be like, yo, I was breathing in a bunch of shit, man.
I know that
What do I
some
do?
guys are telling me to go to the doctor, and I don't really I don't really subscribe to the belief that doctors are really much smarter than anyone else.
That's true, right? You got to do your own research.
Dude, those fucking guys, they spend so much time in school. By the
Fucking
time they get
nerds,
out,
right?
they're fucking nerds, dude. By the time
Yeah,
they get out,
guys
they don't
like that,
even.
they don't know shit,
They don't
man.
even. They haven't lived through regular problems. They don't know.
I mean,
And then he's gonna tell me what I already know.
yeah, right. Like that guy's never seen tile in his life. What does he know about tile?
Dude, one time I had what is known as tennis elbow. Have you ever had that?
I mean, that is the most waspy disease you could have. Jesus
But I
Christ.
got-
Does that come with a yacht? Does that come with a
Yeah,
boat
it comes
and
with
and a fucking country club pass?
Comes with a pair of loafers
Oh,
and some fucking
God.
chubby shorts and polos. But I was throwing the ball for my dog, which is another very white way to get this. Huh?
A little bit closer. So.
Oh, you
yeah.
want me to get my mic?
Get a little
close?
closer. Yeah, put it a little.
I was
closer.
chucking the ball for my dog with my chuck it.
Okay,
I was on the
nice.
park,
Solid move.
and I was just chucking so much that my elbow got all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having this issue just every time I straightened out my arm hurt really bad. I was like, ah.
Was it like a clicking?
There was no clicking. It was just something was wrong with the tendon right up against the
Yeah.
elbow. And so
What are you really doing in your day-to-day life where you got to go like that? You're not fucking.
Well,
you're not hiring.
you know.
You're not a referee. You know. You're
well,
not-
you know,
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, you are married. so you're
sometimes
probably
you
doing
gotta
more of
pump,
that
dude.
now.
You got to pump just
Yeah.
like pregnant women's got to pump for their child.
That's
Sometimes
true.
you got to slop a little cream off the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you
When
gotta-
that
yeah.
cream bucket gets full,
Yeah,
when those
yeah.
udders are full, you got to drain them a little bit, or else
That's true.
you
That's
start to
true,
go
bro.
crazy, get mad cow disease.
That's true.
Oh, that cream gets backed up on you, gets to your head.
That's true.
And then you start acting
You know
like
what they
a
say
fool.
about a bull? A horny bull keeps a small sack. That's what they say, not me.
That's what guys who look like me say.
Yeah, guys look like you are trying to make a resurgence, bro.
Bro, we are.
Bro, you guys are on the come up right now in your own way. You're hiding out.
Dude, we're doing it in our
You're-
own lane, bro.
You're hiding out and you're plotting.
We're in our own lane.
plotting your revenge.
Dude, we're like guys like me, dude. We're
No,
everywhere.
not guys like you. Guys dressed like
Guys
you.
dressed
Sorry,
like-
we should have been more specific.
Well, how do you know?
But now they.
How do you know they're not guys like me?
I guess you're right. This is all a facade.
We've never gotten to the bottom of my politics. Neither will we.
Oh, I mean, we already know that. Well, we could tell that, but you could tell that just by looking at you by them glasses.
So I go in to see this doctor, right? And she's literally my age, and it kind of pissed me off. So I'm like, all right, you're my age, and you're gonna like tell me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you spent your whole life in school. I know much more about the world than you do.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me why my elbow hurts. And there's this big black dude who looks like he does a lot of time in the gym, who he was like the nurse assistant. And he took me in the back and he looked at me and he was like, bro, you have tennis elbow. He was like, I'll tell you that right now. He's like, I'm not supposed to tell you that, but he couldn't help himself. He was like, I'm just gonna like do the doctor's job, because he's like, this is like, so when you're playing tennis and you do this movement where you're swinging forward and
It used to be called something else back in 1605. It used to have a way different name.
a whelbo.
A whipper's elbow.
A whooper's elbow.
Whoa, we're playing with hot fire.
Jesus. God damn. But yeah, so he was all like, bro, it's tennis elbow. Just get this little rubber thing. There's these little machines you can buy on Amazon where you put your fingers in them and you elongate your fingers, and it works the opposite muscle that you were straining when you were whooping on that tennis ball.
Oh yeah. You're beating your dog, or
When you're beating your dog, or etc.
Yeah.
And I got some of those and I got rid of it, and I got up and I left before that doctor even had a moment to come in and tell me, because I was
you just left.
and she was taking
That's
so
a power
long.
move. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
She was taking so long to come in, and I was sitting there and I didn't have work, But I was so infuriated that she was wasting my time when I had to wait to come in and do this. I had to wait in the lobby for like 20 minutes because she had a shadow with her that day. So she was running behind and I was just sitting there and I'm like, I already know what it is. I don't need her to come in and tell me what it is. I got up and left.
I mean, that's good. That's a power move.
And as I was leaving, everyone at the desk is like, oh, is everything okay? And I kind of looked at the dude who told me and I was about to be like, yeah, this dude already helped me. But he was looking at me and he was just like, oh, he's good. Because he would have gotten in trouble because like that's super illegal apparently. You're a doctor, you're not allowed to diagnose
if you're in the building.
Yeah,
you're not in the building though.
Yeah, if we were out in the parking lot.
You think he's doing a little bit of consultations on the side?
Yeah, he should be
in the hood. He's like, "What you got? Pay me $25. I'll tell you what's fucked up with you right now. That's a gunshot."
Yeah, you're gonna want to get it. You want to get a bottle. You want to get a bottle of alcohol and some tweezers.
Yeah. And you're gonna want to throw away your cell phone. No,
we're gonna go out in the woods for a bit.
Yeah, go out in the woods and see what's happening, man.
But yeah, bro. Woods, I mean, I just don't really feel that great about having a doctor who's my age, who's like been in school for 20 plus years. Yeah, man, that's rough. Especially when you got a hot doctor too. You ever had a hot doctor? No. I mean, she's like she's just like total average white chick.
No, but I had a hot doctor.
I've only had old men.
I had a hot doctor who was like my age, and I was in there having to,
Did you have to get the physical?
I was getting a physical, yeah, and I was like, and you're like, you gotta strip down.
Yeah.
And I was just.
But are you really stripping down, or are you just dropping trow?
Well, you're dropping trout, really.
You're not like taking your pants fully off. You're dropping trout,
really, but it's just that's like anxiety-inducing moment because you're like, oh god, like this.
Yeah. This is how long is she gonna spend down there?
Just like, how am I gonna react? Who knows?
Was she close enough to the situation where you could feel the warmth of her breath?
Oh, I don't even want to comment on that because I tried to black out.
Were you getting shoved up?
I tried to just black out,
just
black out everything. Because that'd be a bad situation.
I wonder how I'd react in that situation.
Or how they'd react.
I mean, yeah, they could. It starts to come up towards them, smack it, bitch, slap it out of you.
Bad, bro. Some happened to me the first time ever. I had a fucking wet dream.
Bro,
I've never had a wet dream in my life before. Today,
dude, that's what I was saying. If you're not taking the cream off the top. If you don't take the cream off for too long, dude, it comes out one way. It starts getting to your head. It comes out one way. Yeah, because
I'm dry as a desert right now. But
true bull keeps a small sack.
No, but dude, it's fucked up because for guys, I didn't feel it wasn't like I feel like when I've heard girls describe wet dreams and be like, oh, yeah, I had a wet dream. I woke up like, and like,
dude, it could be the most random shit that triggers it.
Bro, I thought I was getting assaulted. Like when I woke up, I was like, ah. And you're just like covered in shit. Like, it was not fun. I had to wake up out of my sleep and go handle my shit. And it's like, I don't feel like girls are having to do that.
Fucking looks like Chernobyl down there.
Just like, what the fuck happened to me, bro?
All this cum settled into
I did not like it. I felt violated.
All this cum settled into your pubes and you're just...
No, it wasn't that long. I didn't have time to because I was up and at them because it was like someone dropped a mortar on me. Like I was laying in the fucking trenches.
Oh god!
But dude. I was like, not cracked up to what they fucking said.
Dude, I've had some weird wet dreams before where they get triggered. They get triggered by like there's just too much semen in my sack, and it's not even. Fucking terrible. It's not even like, it's not even something sexual.
Yeah,
I'd be like it's like some fucking rubber duckies in a tub or something.
You're just.
God damn it!
You're literally the system is overloaded. Like your shit is a machine, like a factory, like a machine line.
Yeah,
and it's just there's not enough workers, so it's just.
It's like all right, there's not enough room. We need to just get this out.
Yeah, dude.
God, dude.
No,
yeah, I've had a couple of those, and that's why I think about these Mormon guys and these guys that say that they never jack off. I'm like, dude, you are probably the guiltiest motherfucker because deep inside you know that you're nut into weird shit in your dreams all the time and you're trying to pretend you're like this
just like their sisters
perfect all the only women that they're exposed to.
Their moms. Their aunts. Dude, that shit's real, man.
the whole thing with the religious thing of these guys trying to hold these pious positions, but it's like we all know that we're half man, half beast. So it's like you pretending like you're better than everyone else.
A lot of us are fucking more than half beast, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Tyler, that guy's covered in hair.
Tyler's a fucking wildebeest.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy too. This guy drinks two couple beers, turns into a wildebeest as well.
But yeah, they say something like, you know, if you deny yourself that beast, you kind of a part of you dies, and then if you let that beast out too much, like a part of you dies too. So it's striking that fine line.
That serpent's, what was it? The serpent stone? What is it?
The sorcerer's stone?
No, the serpent stone.
The cosmic serpent.
Cosmic serpent. That's that cosmic serpent trying to come out and bite you in the ankles.
Yeah, that's that cosmic serpent way of life where you're navigating between being a full beast and a civilized, loving human being. That's why those priests go so crazy, bro, because they're trying to pretend like they're this God's perfect boy. Yeah. And then they end up falling in love with God's perfect boy.
God's perfect. Yeah. Just a mess. Well, they go. You're all God's perfect boys.
In God's eyes.
In God's eyes.
And God's looking right through me, son.
And God sees all sides of you. Anyway, he'd like. Yeah. And I'd like to see a few sides of you because I talk through God. You know, those guys are sick. I'd like to see a few sides of you. Those guys are sick individuals, but we've harped a little bit too much on the Catholic Church. What are we at, buddy?
It's easy.
You're good.
What are we at time-wise, Chuck? 30? We're at 30?
Oh, yeah, 21? We'll get to the Patreon here in a bit.
Yeah, we'll get to the Patreon here in a bit. Oh, do we? Only right. 20 minutes, huh?
It'd be about a 50-minute podcast then.
That's pretty good. That's all right.
I can just imagine our fan base right now. I mean, of course, we've got that that massive fan base in Eastern Europe.
Well, that's why I was gone for so long. That's why I went to go tap in with the fans in Eastern Europe.
Well, you were trying to do a little bit of an expand campaign, which I can.
That's true. I was I know I did get kidnapped for a while.
But I like to think about our Joe Schmoes, dude. The guys that, you know, they're just out there. They're working a 9 to 5, or they're doing some weekend warrior bartending type shit, and they go home and they put this on, and they're just a classic guy, you know. Yeah. Maybe they do a little cocaine every once in a while.
Oh, they better be doing cocaine on this. You know, this is a cocaine induced podcast. No,
they kind of have a slight coke addiction. They're definitely slightly alcoholics, but they're good guys. You know,
they're great guys,
and they just want to be down with their bros.
Hey, it's just guys that are trying to have a good time. That's all we're about, you know. Just a couple guys, couple sports having a good little time.
Guys are just like they could be living with their parents. They're definitely living with their bros.
Did you see they tried to assassinate our boy RFK Jr.?
They did not.
Yes, they did. Look it up, Chuck. Pull it up. They tried to kill our man's RFK Jr., a friend of the pod, and a decent.
They tried to kill another Kennedy.
They try to kill them all, bro. There's a conspiracy going around. You know, he's talking about BlackRock.
Well,
he's talking about what are the other two? I don't even know the other two.
Bro, you only know BlackRock.
I know BlackRock though.
Bro,
they're buying up all the homes. They're buying up everything. They're buying up the stock market.
No, yeah, he was talking about those 4 corporations or whatever.
Kind of seems like a conspiracy theory, bro.
I
think you should chill on what.
There's
a reason you don't have a mic in your hand.
Yeah, there's a reason you don't have a fucking mic. Exactly. This guy doesn't believe in the American dream. That's literally what's going on here.
Yeah, dude, come on, look at my boy. He's red, white, and blue starred up.
You see what I got going on?
I'm the space in between the stars. You can't see me.
Exactly.
Someone pulled up to a restaurant in Malibu.
Someone tried to poison him, didn't they?
Is it? What are the details? What are the details? Is it looking a little shaky?
So I guess.
Is this just fuel for his campaign?
Hey, what's a conspiracy theory anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
These are just fucking semantics.
What is a conspiracy? Like, they were probably conspiring to murder him.
This guy walked in with a bunch
of
weapons and some body armor.
Guy walked in with the weapons.
What part of the country is this?
In Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because his wife,
Dude, his wife was getting pounded out by Larry David.
Yeah, that's why.
Isn't that punishment enough for the guy?
That's what I'm saying.
Christ. I was so surprised.
I don't know if they ever dated, actually.
No, I think they. Chuck, look it up. I think they
look
dated.
That up, Chuck. Did Larry David and Cheryl Hines ever date?
I think they had a really short relationship.
I mean, it couldn't have been anything.
Dude, she's got a type, dude.
But the show, though.
She's got a type.
Because then we saw the show. So it's like we've seen their relationship. There's no way she could survive that from there.
No, and she didn't.
No, I mean,
it's probably based on like a botched dating session they had. And then he's like, you'd be a perfect wife on the show because we have no chemistry.
Yeah.
She kind of prefers a guy that, can really get in her ear and tell her a little bit about the American dream. And well, my grandfather had access to all kinds of documents.
Joe Kennedy wasn't a criminal. His fucking great grandfather was a fucking criminal, or his great.
They weren't together.
No, see, I told
was
you,
it a brief? Was there any sort of brief?
I think Larry was just lusting over that the whole time.
And he was like, "How can I get closer?"
He's like, I'll put you in the new curve.
Yeah,
doing a show. It's like, you look like Seinfeld.
And then there's all these scenes of him making out with her.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, ah.
He pulls some fine women.
Did you see that? Did you see the one where they do where they eat at the Palestinian chicken joint?
The Palestinian chicken is a legendary.
And he's with that. And he's with that hot young Palestinian woman.
Yeah,
he has all these sex scenes with her. It's like, bro.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
That's just Hollywood.
There's no mistake.
It's like Seinfeld.
Isn't his wife hella young too? I mean, he's definitely he's on that. He's a Hollywood man.
He's a I like young poon type of guy.
Dude, I mean that's all Hollywood. That's like the goal. Get rich and get young poon. That's that's the Hollywood.
That's just that's like every dude in Hollywood, every creep dude just has like get rich and get young poon written on their mirror so they can look at it every morning.
Respectfully.
All their goals.
That does documentary. She did an Inconvenient Truth.
His wife does documentaries, huh?
So she's like she's a hot young lady too, right?
No.
Is she a piece?
Well,
No.
I thought she was kind of a looker.
She's 65.
No, I think I got my facts mixed up. Maybe I saw him with his daughter or something.
You probably did. His daughter looked like him, so
She seems pretty cool.
all the best to her.
We all have our taste.
All the best to her. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, if it's what I say.
I thought he might have been out here. Woody Allen.
Oh no! Let's hope not. But I'm sure he's got
he's got
some sort of weird fetish.
That's his wife. She's an attractive young lady.
She looks like the Rachel Ray. she might cook you a nice five layer casserole.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
We'll put her in post.
Yeah, we'll put her in post so you guys can see.
From across the room,
casserole though.
From across the room, she looks like Rachel Ray, but I'm sure she doesn't at all.
That's one picture.
Dude, my neighbor used to have a crush on Rachel Ray. He'd always have it on when I'd go over to his house.
Yeah,
when I was a
wonder
kid.
if he would get horny around food. He just gets around food, starts thinking about Rachel Ray.
No, but he did used to jerk off in the furry blankets. He used to jerk off on those furry blankets that he had on his couch.
Oh, that's disgusting. Do we know him as a friend of the pod?
He's a friend of the pod. He actually is listening to the pod. He might hear this.
Oh,
But you pick up.
If you're out there, buddy.
But hey,
no blankets are safe around you.
Dude, I was guilty of that too. You ever try that?
No,
like
I never,
nice soft blanket.
No, I was
like
did a shameful beat where no one could see me. Because I lived with my mom, so it's like
just you and
me and mom. So I had to, you know what I mean? Like I'm like looking for the most opportune time in the wee hours of the night.
Oh wow!
You know, in a fucking corner.
What about just going
shame with it, coming with it, like. No, I haven't actually.
I was caught once.
Which is I've been caught like hooking up with girls though, which I think my mom was a little proud of. No, not jerking off, but with a girl, I think she's a little proud of.
Dude, I was caught jerking off by my mom way later than I should have been.
What are you talking about? Like 15 and up?
No, like college, dude.
Like 20?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
So I was real bored at the house. This is back when I don't watch.
Rough, bro.
I kind of stopped. I cut the porn out of my life, but this is back when I was on the porn.
Dude, no more Scorn Hub. It's scorned.
I was on. Yeah, I'm scoring the hub.
Yeah, you're scoring the hub.
I kind of had my laptop open, and she walked in, and it was so embarrassing.
Oh,
I had to go down.
You have pants on the ankles?
Yeah, I was in my bed.
Oh, you were in your bed? Did you have at least the blankets over you?
Yeah, I had them up to like my chest.
But there was a tent going. You were pitching a tent.
Well, I mean, there's. The laptop was there.
Oh man!
So she knew
exactly
what I was doing, and that was added to the shame.
Yeah. Did you say anything at dinner?
I was like, oh, And I went downstairs, and we both kind of had red faces, and we were looking at each other like. My mom was always super.
Did you try to crack a joke after?
We didn't crack a joke. My mom was always super pro sex.
Yeah.
She would like give me sex tips when I was a young man.
Oh Jesus! What are
She'd
you
talk
fucking
about
Blueface? God damn! What the fuck? What do you mean? You gotta elaborate on that.
She'd be like, man, like.
yo, you gotta elaborate more on this, bro.
Dude, my mom was like a hippie from the '60s. She was very pro sex. She has been credited with bringing Molly to the world.
Okay.
Her name was Molly. I'll tell that story in a bit.
Okay.
But
save that for the Patreon.
I'll save that for the Patreon. But she was kind of it was like with my first girlfriend, and when I first started getting into sexy times, and she was like, take your time at the entrance. She was like, it was like Louis C.K. said when his dad.
What do you even do? You just.
I was like, huh?
What the fuck?
She's like, you don't gotta just put it right in.
Where we at? We got time. All right.
And that's like what Louis C.K. was saying with it when his dad was telling him how to have sex. He was like, withhold, and he's like, and then give it all. And he was like, what? You're teaching me how to make a 40-year-old woman come? Like, what the fuck are you doing? My mom was telling me the same shit.
Oh my god! But
it's true. Take your time. No need to be hasty.
She wasn't explicitly telling you gotta like flick bean and.
No, she wasn't getting into the.
Okay, that's good.
She wasn't getting into the details.
She wasn't getting into the details, but she was like.
But she was like,
take it slow there, speed racer.
Yeah, she's pretty much like teaching me how to be mature about it.
Yeah.
Don't just ram in there because you're so excited.
Yeah. But you rammed in there because you were excited in there.
I rammed in there.
There's
still.
no way. No young man has the capacity to not at least ram at least the first few times.
What, Chuck?
Oh yeah, we'll get a little bit of.
What happened? Oh, you need some more volume, or?
No, we're all good.
Oh, okay.
His password.
Oh, we're low on battery. We're low on battery though.
All right. Well,
So
I guess
we'll
just run this.
No computer, so we might have to plug it in. But
we'll run this until I'm done.
well, we need to. All right.
Well, I can't remember what I
Cut
was
this out
saying.
in post,
But basically, whatever I was saying was that she was looking out for a young man, and she was also probably looking out for the partners that I was with too.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't talk.
She was a feminist.
We don't talk to our kids about sex, and not that I have any kids, but
unless you're a true,
give them a leg up.
Unless you're bros with your son, I guess like Louis C.K. and you're like, bro, this is how you gotta fuck her.
This is how you make a 40-year-old woman come.
Yeah.
That was the funniest joke to me.
That is fucking hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. Never got caught. Only got caught with girls. So, my record's pretty clean in my books.
Dude, like family. To your mom, you're just like a player.
Yeah, it's funny.
You're not like this loser like me who's in his bed in the middle of the day, under the covers,
I've never got that one,
laptop up. Oh, it was so shameful, dude.
But I've definitely got my granny might have hit me with the.
I think I had headphones on.
You're doing it a lot.
I think I had headphones on.
Oh, that's even worse. That means you're immersed into it.
And then I look up. Just that looking at my mother's face, dude.
It's not gonna, bro. It's not gonna reach, is it, bro? I don't think it's gonna reach, and you're just killing the momentum. We should just go for another.
Yeah, just let it go, dude.
Just
if it
fucking
dies,
killed the fucking podcast,
dude. If it dies, it dies.
God damn it,
dude. We should fucking put.
No, we don't want it to die, but we should probably call it quits soon. Here, what are we at? Are we at like 45?
We should probably put a compilation of him fucking our podcast.
Yeah, you just fucked up this podcast back, you piece of
spilling
shit.
Beers on Tyler's rug.
Idiot. Yeah, you goddamn idiot, man. God, this guy's bad at his job. He'll be out of here soon.
Dude, we should
as soon as we get a little bit of funding, this guy's fucking out of here. We should
fire him so he appreciates this job and then rehire him.
You know what? Yeah, you're on double edit duty now, Chuck. We need this done in half the time that it normally takes. Not that he fucking doesn't. Anyway, boys, should we call it? I think we might have to call it for technical reasons.